water and water and water, water, 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 water and water and water, water, water and water and water, water.
That's what you can expect on this stream from the Boneyard Station. Water and water and water and water. And water. Because it's Wind Waker Randomizer. There's no one here. No one here got the water bit. Damn. That one's for the VOD watchers. I'm not even sure they exist. Well. I'm not planning on waiting. I'm just gonna start. So I'll just get on pause. Okay, alright. Last time we were here, we were doing Wind Temple, looking for the last 3 items that we need. 2 Triforce Shards, I believe, and also the final Master Sword upgrade. I'm just gonna get right back at it. I don't even think that people would want to watch this part. I'm just gonna be hunting for the last, like, 2 or 3 checks in this dungeon before... well, a more serious search of the rest of the map begins. We might have to go and do Tower of the Gods if we find bombs in here. Who knows? Interesting. It looks like this is not going to be a problem for us. Wait a minute. I'm not at the Wind Temple right now. We came here just to check out a funny riding animation. We're not... excuse me, we're not at the right temple. I feel like next time we do another seed, and I am going to do another seed. I'm definitely going to use the King of Red Lions. This lily pad just kind of disappears in the ocean from a distance. I've noticed that. Just miss it. King of Red Lions is, well, he's red, so, you know, he stands out. I wish the king of red lions was a hydrofoil. I don't know what that's doing up there, man. It doesn't serve a purpose. The map creator liked that fish, so he put it like places that will just take you off guard just a little bit. That's very interesting. I expected him to void out immediately. Oh, he was in the void. He was falling in the void. Okay. Oops. Alright. It's gonna be kind of annoying to find all of the stuff that I missed. But I must. I'll just, hover past this guy. Wish I had some bombs I could insta-kill him. The stream is starting soon. Oh no! Without anybody watching! Nobody told me it wasn't on screen! Oh well, at least nobody missed out on any gameplay. Welcome to the stream, Juno. Looks like Temer's gonna have to work to be first next time. Hi, hello. I'm just gonna sit here and wait for a second to double check to see if it'll show up. I think my stream is lagging behind a bit. The numbers? Which numbers exactly? Are you talking about the ones on the tracker? Oh, the YouTube chat ranks? That's kind of a difficult question to answer because they don't really seem to work by any detectable logic. It's supposed to be a ranking thing where the most like active chat member gets the #1 slot and everyone else falls where they fall on the rankings, but for some weird reason that I cannot fathom, it doesn't follow any like rules. It just gives you whatever number it feels like to, like, that day. Because we've had people chat like a lot and they get like rank 3, and then someone comes in and says one thing, and they shoot up all the way to level 1, all the way to the top. Oh, whatever. There is apparently a chest there. Maybe it works based on how long the messages are or something? Well, you'd think they wouldn't create a system so easy to game in your favor. And in the process, they've made a system that makes no sense. Oh, right, you use the D-pad to open the map, okay. Oh, okay, that's it? Alright, that should be simple enough. I don't have to be in here. The chest in this room is not a check that has been randomized. Because it's a Tingle secret chest, and I don't have those randomized. You should be able to see somewhere how much XP you have, right? Honk. Hello, Sonia. Honk to you too. Okay. Now I'm finally safe to transport Maykar. Whoa. I don't like it when my Maykar is in distress. He's too cute to be making those noises. Ah! I love the way he runs. He's so small, he has to swing his whole body around to move. I'll keep you safe by sticking my beak right into your wooden body. He has much too much body and not enough leg. Yeah, I think we've identified the problem. Too much body, not enough leg. I hope I can hit it from here. Ah! Happy days. It's interesting that Breath of the Wild directly took the Koroks instead of having Kokiri. I wonder why they did that indeed. Maybe because Koroks are much more iconic, I guess? Where Kokiri looks so much like Hylians already that the rest of Link's friends didn't even know he was a Hylian while he was growing up. Maybe you know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that the developers at Nintendo just liked the Koroks. They're cute, they're funny, and they make better forest spirits than Kokiri ever did. Oh, Maria, welcome to the stream. The Kokiri did evolve into the Koroks. Really? Where does it say that? The Hyrule Historia? They were gonna have the Picori 2. Maybe that's somehow related. Those are the little elf dudes from Minish Cap. No, that's the Minish. Or I don't know. Oh, his armor ran out of HP. The Great Flood caused the Kokiri to become Koroks. Hickory and Minish. Oh, right, because one's how the humans refer to them, and one's how they refer to themselves. Right. I believe it's canon as to why the Kokiri are never seen again after Ocarina of Time. I always thought that there was some sort of separation of the games and that they couldn't really be plotted along the same universe. That's why they had to split it into 3 for the Hyrule Historia. But I don't think it's more... I don't think it's that simple. It's like... I feel like there's a larger meta-narrative here that people ignore, and that's the fact that these are, like, retellings of the legends of all the different reincarnations of the Hero of Time or whatever. Or those who aren't even descended from the Hero of Time. So, any discrepancies in the timeline can be attributed to how the legend changes over time as it's passed down through the generations. Oops. I left him behind to bring him down here. Oops. Just like how the Zora evolved into the Rito in Wind Waker, but the idea was thrown out the window when Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom came out. Cause you can't just get rid of the Zora. I'm guessing Wind Waker only did it because they'd be too ubiquitous. You just see them everywhere. You know, there's a theory that I really like, that posits that the ocean in Wind Waker is actually freshwater ocean. Both because it's magically brought into existence by, you know, the gods or whatever. And because... how else would people survive? There's nowhere to get fresh water on any island in the game. All the water on islands flow out into the ocean almost immediately. But people live on islands without their own water sources. It's an interesting theory. Oh, Sonia says, I like the idea of each game being a different retelling rather than trying to obsess over the timelines. Yeah, and it doesn't necessarily need to be a retelling of the same story. You know, you can have a dozen different retellings of, like, the original Link from the first Zelda game. And maybe Zelda 2 is a retelling of that story. I don't know. By someone who has a more of an emphasis on how Link gets stronger through experience rather than through gathering tools like in the first game. I don't know. I think it would be really interesting if they did a Zelda game that had a more explicit, told from a third party setting. Jonah says, I keep thinking this is Majora's Mask and want to be like, why are you keep the Goose mask on for walking around everywhere? It's like the bunny mask. It gives you bonus speed. Oh, I gotta put on the Goose mask to finish this here mission. How else would they get their fresh water? Yep, that's what I'm saying. I think it's because Zoras are more like freshwater creatures, so they had to adapt by evolving wings. Well, I mean, if the freshwater theory is correct, that wouldn't matter. Besides, what was it? Echoes of Wisdom made it clear that there are a freshwater and a saltwater variety of Zoras. So, maybe the real answer is, since there's no salt water, none of the saltwater Zoras are around. And the freshwater Zoras are like, I don't know, they left the fucking building. Why does it say there's a chest in the middle of the room? Is that a Tingle chest? I need to check the tracker. Boo, it's me. Oh, Timmer's here. Everyone is assembled. The tracker is causing visual glitches across the entire screen. I'm gonna take a short video of this. That's kind of cool, actually. That's so weird. What the hell is making that pattern? Oh, it's like corrupting my screen. I'm gonna post this in the Discord. Look at this. This is so weird. Look at the way those patterns are changing. What the hell is this? It's getting worse. Oh my god. That's so weird. Alright, I'm putting that in the general... I'm putting that in general chat. Check that out. Let me see. Big key chest. We just got that one. Kill all enemies in tall basement room. Oh god. Oh, it's come back. Okay, I minimized it. Okay. I was waiting for Timur to appear. I was wondering why he didn't show up yet. Timur detected. I forgot I don't have notifications on my phone, so I was mowing the lawn and thinking I'll hear a notification when the stream starts, says Timur. It's not the same without Timur. There's a hidden bokoblin in this room. It says kill all enemies. He's either in one of these heads or in one of these pots. Okay, must be in one of the heads. Ah! Oops. Nice. But is that the only one, is the question. Apparently not. Are you excited for the Star Fox 64 remake? About as excited as I was for the last Star Fox 64 remake, and also the last Star Fox 64 reboot, and also the fan-made Star Fox 64 inspired spiritual successor. I don't know. I just think I've had enough Star Fox 64, and I kind of want more Star Fox Assault. I think I'm the only person who says that. Like, Nintendo thinks that the last good Star Fox game was 64, but it was Assault! Then you just need to make the other forms of gameplay as fun and as engaging as the on-rails shooter parts, and you'll have an amazing game. Oh well. Hopefully, the next Star Fox game will be more inspired by other games in the series. I don't want an Assault remake. I just want Nintendo to take the lessons that they learned from Assault and apply them to something new. Because I've played Assault already. I don't understand this room. Is this check in vanilla? Is something that I overlooked so easily? Yeah, it's just not necessary. You never really find it because it's just such an obscure little thing you gotta do. It's a C chart in the original, I think. They should remake Star Fox Adventures. That one deserves remaking because they definitely like fumbled. They fumbled Adventure a little bit. Not as much as people say, of course. People on the internet like to be a bit overstated in their opinions, but it definitely has rough areas that could benefit from a full remake. The Star Fox 64 remake, says Timmer, is the perfect metaphor for my life. The same shit over and over again. That's... Yeah, I think we can all relate to that a little bit. I grew up with the OG Star Fox 64, had a lot of fun playing multiplayer with my older brothers in the past. The multiplayer mode in 64 is a lot like the ground mode in Assault, isn't it? That's sort of where they got the idea. Yes, Tamara, you deserve a high five for that. Honestly, I'm hoping that they remake the new remake in 10 years. Wait, do you mean the new remake or the latest remake? Do you mean the remake that they remade already for the 3DS? Or do you mean the remake that they are remaking in the future that hasn't come out yet? Or are you talking about the reboot that takes inspiration from Star Fox 64 on the Wii U, Star Fox Zero, which can be considered in some circles to be a reboot of Star Fox 64. T-Dog, stop. Yeah, I'm gonna end up in like a recursive loop from which there is no escape. Stop! Okay, Timber, damn! I want them to demake the remake into Star Fox 64 again. I think we need more demakes. There are some, like, really good demakes out there. Like the Starship Troopers demake? It's an original game, but it's like... the dev team decided to go to the past with all their sensibilities, and it came out really well. It better... No, wait, it was The Mummy, right? It was The Mummy, the game? The Mummy demake? That's what I'm thinking of, right? With the amount of remakes I've seen for Star Fox, I've lost track of which is which. The Mummy the game on the Game Boy Advance was awesome. Yeah, and that's what they. I think that's what they did with the demake. They were like, we want to make this game again. I'll tell you what, Star Fox. I shouldn't have had access to that game when I was a teenager. Permanently rewrote my brain chemistry. I pray every day hoping Star Fox 64 comes out. Well, I mean, it happened for Star Fox 2. T-Dog. The amount of periods is not necessary there, man. So, all told, we only have 4 or 5 wholly unique Star Fox games. That's not too bad. It's not too bad. I haven't seen any Star Fox playthroughs in several years, but the one I vaguely remember seeing was Assault. That game had a story that kept me interested. At least. One of the missions was a little too frustrating for me, but like I said, I really like that game. I think it does Star Fox really well. Like the tone and the gameplay, even. The longest delayed game in history is my children. And when that comes out, the world will get worse. Timmer, are you broken today? T-Dog, this isn't a game. Why are you streaming the US freeways? Is this what you have to do to deal with traffic? Blocking off cars by pushing heavy blocks around? I think I know what I must do. It actually pissed me off when that block fell in the hole. Oh no, Timmer, that's what I was supposed to do. Don't worry, I'm not. That's what I'm supposed to do. I think I can capture both of these ones with one block. Yep. Cool. That's all I need to do. Why is this the solution? I thought the solution would be to block all the blades. It is! You just have to be a little clever about it. This room gave me trouble. Do you believe the Ocarina of Time remake rumors? Yes? Yes. I do believe them. I think that Nintendo knows remakes can make the money right now, so they're gonna do it. I hope it's gonna be a reimagining, like, on a more deep level than just 3D was, for example. Or, like the HD remasters of the GameCube era games. There's no reason for them not to do that. I don't really know why we need a Star Fox 64 and Ocarina of Time remake. Those games are great. So a reimagining would be cool. They're trying to cover up bad publicity they got going on right now about charging extra to cover tariff prices and getting all the tariff money refunded anyway while trying to pocket the consumer money. Wow, they're being sued for that right now. Hopefully they win or not Nintendo, the consumers. I hope they win that lawsuit. I believe the rumors, but for some reason I'm not excited about, because people are already having bad opinions about another Ocarina of Time remake. There comes a moment when you just have to stop remaking a game. It's like and accept that there's nothing more you can do to make that game good. It's cemented in people's memories so much that fixing the bad even will cause people to have a bad reaction just because they don't remember it the same way. And you're already going to have the problem where people who played 3D won't like the things they did to appease the original players, and people who played the original won't like the things they did to appease the people who played 3D. It becomes a tangled web. The more entries, the more remakes you add. The only game that I've ever seen have like more than 2 remakes, and still be regarded as getting better every time is Resident Evil 1, which had 2 remakes. The music is not fitting at all. It's too upbeat. I really like this song. I said this is one of my favorites. It gets you pumped. A tangled web like Sly 2 episode 5. Oh, with the Contessa. Or should I say the? Oh, I can't say that on YouTube. that's one of the words that you can't say. I like how the Goose just, like, uses his brain power to bring the tongue towards him. Hang on, I gotta catch up on chat. I don't think they should appease anyone who's played it before. Why should they make it a new they should make it a new experience for everyone. Yeah, like a reimagining. Just use the same plot. Build an interesting game out of that. Remake Brawl Subspace with current Smash roster playable. I feel like they tried to do something like that with the World of Light. I have something weird to share. For some reason, I had a dream about this boss, but I don't know who was fighting it. I know it wasn't me. That is weird. I like the Resident Evil 2 remake, but I still kind of hoped the RE2 remake was going to be more like the RE1 remake. Yeah, the RE2... Our RE2 remake was a remake. The RE1 remake was a remaster. I think that's why it worked so well, and because they didn't really stray too far away. So maybe there isn't a game that's been faithfully remade that appeases everyone. I don't think it's been done. Star Fox Zero probably would have been better if they didn't have the stupid gamepad requirement. I'm loving the RE4 remake. It's way more terrifying. I will say, as someone who played the original extensively, I don't think the RE4 remake has the same sauce that the original did. It's a good game, don't get me wrong. It's just not the same experience. I'm not someone who gets angry at something like that, like, oh, you didn't do right by the original. I think the RE4 remake was a good game, and I played it through twice. Back to back, actually. I played it through twice back to back. But it didn't really hook me like the original did. I don't know. Which Star Fox game was the FNAF one? What the hell are you talking about? Well, they did remake our... what Juno's saying about the RE2 remake, I don't know if we can know if that's true or not. There would be at least enough people to make it a profitable venture for RE2 to be in the same style as RE1 Remaster. Looks like this temple was completely worthless. There's nothing in this temple that I needed. I came here anyway! I grew up with the OG RE4 myself, and I gotta thank my cousin for introducing it to me. Yeah, good on your cousin. Too bad they're making Star Fox 64 and not doing a Star Fox collection with every Star Fox game. Wow, we don't need that. I own every Star Fox game. It's not very hard to collect them all. There's only 4. Or 5 games. I've never played Twilight Princess, and I really want to. Man, we gotta do a Twilight Princess randomizer. Or just a Twilight Princess playthrough. Wouldn't it be nice to have it on one cartridge like Mario All-Stars? Yeah, I think collections like Mario All-Stars are really valuable. I don't know why people don't do it more. They used to in the back in the day. They had collections like, I have one on the wall over there. It's Spec Ops: The Line, Borderlands 2, and Mafia 2, all in one package. Just, you know, random games. Package them up, pack them together. Have a slightly discounted price. It's good. Twilight Princess is the most cinematic Zelda game with the best story. I think it has the best story as well. Yeah, it has the best story. I thought about it for 2 seconds. It has the best story. It's really good. High key shirt inspired Dark Souls. Could be. Though I wouldn't be so quick to say that. I mean, maybe in a sense it contributed, but Dark Souls and Demon Souls stem from Software's earlier work with a game series called Kingsfield, and if you've seen Kingsfield, you'll recognize a lot of the aesthetics and the DNA of Dark Souls in those Kingsfield games. But from an aesthetic standpoint, maybe there was some inspiration with the Twilight Realm. Maybe Twilight Princess came from Kingsfield then. Maybe. They're all Japanese games, so they're probably looking at each other's works. Like every artist looks at other works for inspiration. Just gonna look where to go next. Nothing in that dungeon that we needed, I don't think, like, at all. So that's kill all enemies in basement and heart container. I guess I'll just keep checking the Great Sea. We'll just keep checking the Great Sea for now, chat. From here, we can go check out some platforms in a cave. Let's go check out some platforms in a cave. How would you feel about a Kingsfield remake? That's a difficult one, because Kingsfield, in my opinion, at least the first 2. I've never played Kingsfield 3 and 4, but there's a lot of flaws with those games, and the way that it handles, I guess, introducing itself to players. If you thought that Dark Souls was unforgiving to new players, you would hate Kingsfield with a burning passion, because you get nothing. You don't even get an explanation onto how the controls work. At least not a very persistent one. If it shows you the controls, it shows you them once, and then you're in the game and it's time to play. It would benefit from a remake, because they can fix that glaring issue. It's definitely one of those games where you have to wander a lot and figure out, like, memorize level layouts and figure out exactly what the game really wants from you. Which is not clear. Your objective is not clear in that game either. That's something Dark Souls does amazingly. It's really great at, like, telling you where you, or what you need to do and where you need to go. Because it's mostly linear with shortcuts in between areas. Kingsfield just plops you in an empty, like, circle with a dozen branching paths from there, and you just kind of have to figure out where to go. Okay, you got me talking about Kingsfield now. Kingsfield looks cool, but boy, does it frustrate me. Had it not been for Wind Waker getting heavily criticized, TP would never have existed. Twilight Princess was an overcorrection, and I think both of these games... you know, they both do really well in the aesthetic that they were given. I don't think Zelda is better edgy or cartoony. I don't really think that it needs to be distinguished between. They're just... What makes a good Zelda game has nothing to do with what the graphics look like. Time to get based while we talk about modern games. We need more bug testers in games. The fact that we live in an environment where AA indie games and single A indie games being better than AAA titles is just 50 levels of absurd. It's time constraints, Timur. Big studios usually build more complex games with tighter time constraints, so there's not as much time for bug testing. Unfortunately, it's not a unfortunate fact that we need to accept. It's something that can be changed, but that's the way it is now, unfortunately. The thing I hated about Dark Souls is how you have to do the entire same segment of the game every time if you die. Actually, that's where we disagree. Because unlike Kingsfield, where you go off to one corner of the map, you find a skeleton who immediately kills you. If you fail the same way in Dark Souls, at least all you have to do is retrace your steps. But in Kingsfield, if you do retrace your steps and go back to that skeleton, you might find that there was nothing over there to begin with. At least not that you can interact with yet. You might need to come back there later. But that skeleton, you know... Well, now that I think about it, there is no need to go back to the skeleton, because you don't drop your souls in Kingsfield. But still, my point still stands. But T-Dog, most studios take like 5 to 10 years to make a game despite being huge studios. Yeah, but it's about... It's not necessarily even about time. It's also about... like, crunch. I think the reason why studios take 5 to 10 years is because, yeah, like you said, the scope of modern games is just way too big. And even with 5 to 10 years of dev time, there's so many ultra high definition graphics and shit they need to make that bug testing just takes a backseat, even if they have 10 years. And it's not... And like in the last year, you're gonna probably have a bunch of bugs that get introduced, and people aren't fixing them as fast. Maybe it's my guess. I'm not really an expert on game development. T-Dog, I just want to say I love the Goose Waker streams. You're a great streamer, and I appreciate you streaming. It gives me something to do and something to watch on the days off. It gives me something. Well, Timber, I'm glad to hear it. When I get another job, I'm going to try to save some room for streams. Twilight Princess was just Nintendo's remedy to fans who hated Wind Waker. Unfortunate truths. I look forward to Dad. I want Zora Milk, macaroni, and cheese. And these streams are great fun. Zora Milk, mac and cheese. The massive scope and focus on high definition visuals are the main thing that make dev time so long, yeah. The randomizer chart to give you another chart. I didn't know that could happen. Yeah, it nests stuff. There's an option to nest dungeons in each other. It's crazy. Do you think if they made like N64 style graphical level type games but with their current team size, it would be quicker? It couldn't be with the same team size though, because you have teams that are the size that they are because of the complexity. If you decrease the complexity of the graphics, you decrease the size of the team making the graphics, but you still get better turnaround because one person can make way more N64 style graphics than high definition ones. So you don't even need to downsize it enough for where it takes the same amount of time. It's like you get time gains just from taking a few people off the team. We shouldn't need gigantic teams. That's kind of part of the problem. Shit. I feel like if we had smaller teams, people would get laid off less too. I don't know. It's hard to find a be-all, end-all solution to problems like this. We can speculate day in, day out, but I don't know. I don't know what would be best. Timmer says if they made N64 style games, they'd make huge open world games for a fraction of the size, and it would be great fun. Timmer's got the right idea. Because you could have so much more freedom. You wouldn't be limited by computer specs. I think that's what the Nightling did. You know that game? Chat? It's a little indie game. I'd say it's a AA indie game. It has a very reserved graphical style, but one with a strong identity. And it's just nice, big, open world, I guess Breath of the Wild inspired game. And I'm guessing it probably gave the devs a lot more time to work on things like making the world feel good to be in, because they didn't have to spend so much time making the world look good and pretty to take screenshots of. There's a race shop here who had too many people, and they realized they had to cut a bunch of people because most of the time they had were just standing around not working. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be on a team that's understaffed, but I also don't want to be on a team that's overstaffed. There's nothing worse than being at work and feeling like, I don't even need to be here, there's enough people. I found a steak at the grocery store for $5. Is it, like, going bad tonight? Better eat it quick. Oh, Juno, you would like standing around doing nothing, begin getting paid for it? People are different. If that's what you're referring to. I know a lot of people are different from each other. Yes, absolutely. But what about the boredom? How do you deal with the boredom? That's the worst part of jobs like that. I had a job like that. Do you remember in the height of the pandemic when you went to a grocery store and there was always a person at the front of the grocery store waiting to like tell you if you could enter or not? I did that job and it was fucking boring. I wasn't allowed to use my phone or anything. It was awful. I would find other things to do and still get paid. Okay, yes. I went on my phone anyway, but it was still boring as hell. And my headphones will always run out of battery, and I'd be like, shit, I don't have anything to listen to now. I prefer a job where what I'm doing is time-consuming. Something I can easily focus on and do for hours at a time. I'm like Timur. I can't stop moving. Gotta keep moving. I used to listen to Cirque streams while I work. You can always go back and rewatch mine. There's a whole bunch of streamers that I watch and I can't catch their streams ever. Like I'm not on anyone's goddamn schedule. I can catch the occasional Simply Snaps stream. Because she only streams like Fridays or whatever. But everyone else, I just watch the VODs in the background while I play video games. Or do other things like cook, clean, whatever you want. Oh, wait. The light arrows do delete these guys. What am I doing actually fighting them? There we go. That's better. T-Dog Entertainment. T-Dog, stop it. No, no, no. I don't like fighting these guys. They're annoying. Oh, your job is busy? Well, that's good that you don't need entertainment to stay busy. You're not helping your case when you said you played this game? Oh, come on. The light arrows are the last thing that you get in this game. Who gets the light arrows and then goes around experiencing all the game has to offer? I got those light arrows and I went and beat the game and I turned the game off, okay? I need to buy that orc game. My friend who suggested the game said it gets difficult and it's very replayable. Not Orc Massage. There are no orcs is the title of the game. Oh boy. Alright, alright. 2 more items and we're go mode. Oh, I gotta check off Master Sword. That is Master Sword fully complete. We may finish this seed today. I'll tell you what, Maria. I'll tell you what, Maria. I actually do remember using the light arrows on those dark nuts as a kid. In fact, I remember very vividly now. Walking up those steps and being like, I wonder what these light arrows will do. Because I played Majora's Mask and I knew light arrows could do cool things. I forgot until now. I know someone who has dark nuts. Timmer. Fuck's sake. Damn tracker won't stay above other tabs. Windfall Island, short side quests are not a thing. Minigames are not a thing. Long side quests are not a thing. We can do the Wizrobe Cave in Paw Print. I'd say we focus on checks that need the hookshot, because that Master Sword was behind a hookshot. Maybe that's hinting to me that the hookshot was the last item I really needed. So, we're going to do some hookshot checks. Paw Print Island is the first that I will do. I rarely used light arrows on dark nuts because I was confident in my skills in fighting them. The A button prompts are very useful, says Maria. It's like what Timmer said. It's entertainment. T-Dog, if a streamer reads off an entire movie script, will the stream get banned for copyright or no? Maybe. I guess it's the same question as if I posted the entire movie script's text on my blog, would I get dinged for copyright infringement? I don't know. I don't know. I've seen scripts get posted online, but do blogs get dinged for copyright infringement? You bet. You know, there's an entire genre of blogs that's basically, here's a link to a pirating website where you can watch Columbo or whatever. And they get dinged because they're hosting the videos. They're not just posting the link, they're also hosting it. You can infringe copyright anywhere, not just on YouTube. The places where it's done most often have protections, but it's still, you know, illegal. Tattoo copyright infringement speedrun. No, Timmer. Because a tattoo is not distribution. Or reproduction. It is reproduction, but it's not distribution. Just as it's sort of mostly legal to share files with people, as long as you're not distributing them. Just sharing them with your friends, you know? Like passing a DVD back and forth. It's only barely legal, though. I don't know if companies are okay with file sharing. Hang on, I gotta focus for this. Alright. I will get a tattoo of a QR code. That's distribution! Just heard one of the sound effects from one of my sound effects CD I've bought. Really? Nintendo's never been above using sound library. Oh, that was the last enemy, okay. The downside with YouTube is that they don't care if the copyright is fake or not. Yeah, it's true. Oh, Timmer, you use samples from Zelda games and it brings back memories? Yeah. I love the tattoos in the Yakuza game. I've drawn... Kuze... Oh, boy. Nishiki and Mine's tattoos before. Never played a Yakuza game. Nintendo is exclusively sound libraries? Well, not exclusively. I'm sure that they make some of their sound effects in-house. Pronouncing names, am I right? Yeah, I don't really know that much about pronouncing Japanese names. But I know that you don't pronounce that mines. Nishiki? Well, shut up. That's not... I mean, that's how it's spelled. Also, Timmer, that's happened to me before with, like, cricket noises. It's the craziest shit people will copyright you for. So that was Wizrobe Cave. There's a submarine. Get the submarine. Why not? Oh, did I not pronounce it wrong? I thought I pronounced it wrong. Oh, whatever. I sneeze, then I get dinged for copyright struck for using nose sound effect .wave. I'm sure if you recorded your own sneeze, it wouldn't get claimed. But if you recorded your own crickets, it might. T-Dog, pronounce this. Please speak English in my chat, thank you. What does that say, Timmer? What does that translate to? Take a wild guess? I don't know. Come to the Piss Planet, get KFC. I don't know. What does it say? I'm asking you. Nothing to do with the Piss Planet. Dan Green was in a porno. Oh, okay. I want to go to the Piss Planet? Well, guess what? They found the Piss Planet. Piss Planet's real. They found it. Tamara, can you post that link? You're a mod. You can post the link. More Wizrobes. Yep, it went through. So if you don't want to click on the link, it's a planet of pure like ammonia, and it smells like pee, according to scientists. So the Piss Planet is real. And when I found out about it, I was like, oh, I gotta send this to Timmer. And then Sonia said, wait, no, I got it from Timmer to send to you. Wow, that light arrows can kill a choo-choo while it's on the floor as a, you know, small blob. I found it, not Timmer. Me. Yes, you found it. Okay, I get it. Sorry. You sent it to Timmer already. You didn't get it from Timmer. I just misspoke. Sonia sent it to me, and I told Sonia to send it to you, and then you say, I will send it to Timmer after Sonia sent it to me for her to send it to me to send to you. Oh, jeez. You're speaking Spanish? No, I don't. You're talking something about understanding or speaking English. That I can pick that out. Yes. Timmer, stop being insensitive in the chat. Towards the Spanish language. I'm serious though. You should probably speak only English in this chat because I can't speak any other languages. I'll allow French because I can tell when someone's saying slurs in French. But any other language, I can't tell if you're saying slurs. Not that you would. Not that you would. But, you know, it's good to have just one language that you speak in a chat so everyone can understand each other. I said, yes, we speak English here. Alright. Why am I sailing there like a chump? Timmer, I think you're having, like, some sort of Taco Bell delusion right now. Are you okay? Nothing entertaining about sailing across the map for 5 minutes. What? What do you mean? It's a commercial T-Dog. I know it's a commercial. I know it is. But it sounds like you're trying to convince me that you saw this in real life. Like, the way that you're typing. It's like, T-Dog, I swear, the Chihuahua runs after the woman and says, Cuero, Taco Bell. It's like you're frantically trying to convince me you saw an alien. I've seen the commercial, I have. And like the clip. This is also why we speak English, because if I try to pronounce something in another language and I pronounce it incorrectly, people will get on my ass. I hope not, Timmer. What the dog doing? I'm talking to the Great Fairy. What does it look like? Also, I'm not a dog, I'm a goose. Please no. Ew, ew, it's her. Well, at least she's not mispronouncing things in Spanish. The dog in the commercial, dummy? I'm gonna hit reboot on the fucking chat, alright? I'm going to pretend like the last 3 topics never happened so we can fucking fix whatever recursive bug we've gotten ourselves into. Okay. Hey guys, how have you been? Welcome to the stream. I'm going in and out of this hole because I find it fun. Stop going up and down. I'm trying to make the reboot, like, stick. I mean, T-Dog, I saw a goose yesterday. Did you? That's the goose you sent me, right? They were not this type of goose anyway. Needle Rock Island Cave, chest in Ring of Fire. I already got that, but the Needle Rock Island Cave, I can do that. You know what that goose could have enjoyed? I have never seen a white goose in my life. I think they're kind of, you know, they're like native to only particular areas. In North America, we have a Canadian geese, probably the most common one you'll see. What makes a goose and a swan different? I don't know. A goose and a swan can't make babies, so they're different. That's the only difference I need. Well, who knows? Maybe they can. Maybe they can make, like, gross, weird hybrid, like, horses and donkeys can. Caucasian goose. It's funny, the Caucasian goose that you're referring to probably doesn't occur naturally in places where Caucasian people do. From Florida to Michigan to North Carolina to Tennessee to Alabama, it's always been Canadian geese and crows. I told you, North America only has Canadian geese. Or maybe not only, but very rarely has the white ones. You gotta go to Europe to get the white ones, I think. My head is a barrel. Crows are everywhere. That is true. You're not gonna find many places that are free of crows. Does a goose become North Canadian if it goes over the USA border and no longer an American geese? I'm pretty sure that all the geese, no matter where they are Canadian geese. I mean, in North America, if they're north or south of the Canadian border. It's just, you know, the markings, right? I can't tell who's being serious and who's trying to make a joke. That didn't look like it was gonna light. Oh, I hit it. And then there's one. This always gives me trouble. There's one I can never find. Oh, up there in the crow's nest. And looks like I missed another one. It's right there, T-Dog. I pointed to it. Thank you, Timmer. Thank you. I hated this grotto. Lighting the torches was so irritating. It's not lighting the torches that irritates me. It's that I can't find every torch. Where's the last one? It's right there, says Timmer. It's right there. Oh, I see it. Nice. Damn, I'm hungry, T-Dog. Can you whip up a heart attack burger? Man, I haven't made a heart attack burger in forever. Watch it be Pringles. It's a silver coin, actually. It wasn't Pringles. So that's that. Next up is... 1 second, chat. I've got to pause. Just gonna mute myself. Sorry about that, chat. I didn't even put on the BRB screen. Woofle just showed up and wanted to look for something, and so we looked for it and we found it, and now she's driving off again. So sorry for the delay, but we're gonna get right back into it. You guys were talking about Birdemic while I was BRBing. Bah, who needs a BRB screen? Well, I was only gone 5 minutes. Not even. I've never actually watched Birdemic. I've seen, you know, the videos about it. You know the ones. The videos. It's been 1,000 years. Oh, has it really been that long? I lost track of time. I'm old now. And don't breathe in Sonia's direction. She'll crumble into dust. Oh, I left the boat over there. It's been 900 years. I have kids now. And Juno's a hologram? Damn. I never heard of the film. I think I have, but I can't remember. It's just a really, really bad hijacking of the premise of the movie The Birds, but from a director who had no real idea what they were doing. So they didn't even manage to make a coherent film out of it. Diamond Step. Warp Maze Cave. Oh, God. Warp Maze Cave. I hate that place. Warp Maze Cave is even worse than Needle Rock Island Cave. Basically a pandemic, but with birds, and a really hackneyed, ham-fisted environmental message. It's been so long that I've been imprisoned within the Eternity Crystal. Jesus, Sonya went to Prism. Which is Wizard Prison, if you didn't know. I love Diamond Step Island. I think it's a good island. On the outside, it's pretty. It's a nice place to live. I'd live here. That cave. No. Just no. What? What is happening right now? Why is there a semicircle that I can't look at? You must locate all 7 princesses to free me from my prison. Oh, this is, Link to the Past? Was that Link to the Past? And Four Swords Adventures? I found one princess, Princess T-Dog, who had an amazing beard. I thought it was Hotel Mario. Oh, I was too close to the tree. Okay. You know, one time in English class in high school, we were doing a play reading, you know, where everyone reads a part of the play. And I was chosen for, Princess Antigone. Because it was, shit, what was the play? Oedipus? I don't think it was Oedipus. But there was a Princess Antigone. And I played Princess Antigone. And when I did, I gave her the deepest voice that I could, and everyone laughed. Nice. All right, so we're gonna have to make this a team effort. All right, somebody needs to pay attention. I'll try my best, but somebody needs to pay attention. I'm gonna try this pot first. All right, that was the wrong pot. So everybody now remember that that is the wrong pot. All right, now what? Which pot? Ask somebody else. I'm busy. I wasn't asking you specifically. If you can pay attention, do. If you can't, I can probably do it myself. Oh, you're imprisoned in the crystal. Okay. I'm gonna try this pot. I was talking to Timur. Oh, okay. Oh, Timur was asking you to pay attention. Okay. So that was the correct pot. Okay, everyone remember that that was the correct pot. Now, I think I remember this. I remember which one's correct. It's the one right over there in the corner. This one. I'm guessing. Nope. Okay. So it must be the one across from that pot. Because I remember it's not the one that you spawn next to. He was assigning me the role. This pot? Juno Fortnite is my real name? What do you do to get a name like Juno Fortnite? Fun fact, if you stand next to these guys, even if they can't easily get you, they go for pots first. Alright, so it's the pot directly across from us, after that stout. And now I believe we crisscross to that one over there. You know what? Juno? That does sound like a zipper. What the hell? That's awesome. Okay, that's one chest. There are two chests here. Okay, that's vanilla. Weird. Warp Maze Cave second chest. Now we need to find the first chest. So much for chat paying attention. Yeah, it looks like I've had so many bad experiences with this game already that I've memorized where they are. Don't know how to get to the second chest, though. T-Dog, did you ever see the video with the dog eating the bean burrito in 1 second? No. That sounds awesome, though. I only ever came in here for the ghost ship map and completely forgot about the second chest. Yeah, me too. So, I have no idea where it is. Iron Man, but specifically the one being crucified at the church play. Oh, like you do a play of the crucifixion of Jesus, but you want kids to be interested, so it's Iron Man instead. I'm trying to see if I can use the leaf to cheat. I see the other chest. Maybe I'll try this side. Two bites and then he swallows. The dude says, "Here's a bean burrito." He drops it and the dog just eats it and swallows it. Dogs do that a lot, don't they? They just hork down whatever it is. Maybe the second chest is over there. Can't get me. I can't believe you've never seen it. I probably have and just forgot. Secret cave chart. Oh. Oh. Well, hey, we could check the ghost ship. That's now within our grasp. Something we can now do. Just take me. Just take me. Just take me. Just take me. That was that. Yeah. Ghost ship is not available. Oh, because I didn't mark down the ghost chart. Where's that? There it is. Ghost chart. Okay. So that unlocks ghost ship. It doesn't unlock ghost ship. Now it did. Wait. It's because I didn't put down that I had the Ballad of Gales. So also Mother and Child Island. I forgot about that. We could go do that. Damn. Puppies especially. Oh, about the eating things really quick. Yeah. They haven't learned how to chew yet. How does it not unlock Ghost Ship? I think that the randomizer assumes that you're gonna need Ballad of Gales if you're gonna catch the Ghost Ship at its proper location. But honestly, I think you could get lucky and do it without. What is Mother and Child Island? You'll see in a second. Have patience, Timmer. T-Dog, have you ever been on a sailboat? Yeah, actually, I was on a sailboat. That belonged to my grandfather's friend. Well, you don't need Ballad of Gales for Ghost Ship. No, you don't. No, you don't, but I'm guessing that the logic thinks it's necessary. Because it became unlocked once I ticked off Ballad of Gales. Well, that was necessary. Only one or two more of those. I think it's just one. I've always seen them in the distance on one of the lakes in Michigan, and they look weird. They're fun to be on. Sailboats. I saved the third princess. Oh, Timber is making progress in freeing Sonia, I see. I imagine they're very rocky. Well, actually, they don't have to be thin. They can be pretty wide. The one I was on was for fishing, and they even had a fish finder, and I got to look at the fish finder doing its thing. It was very stable, actually. Very stable. We're gonna go from here that's close by. Well, first of all, let's check the ghost chart. See where the ghost ship is. Oh, it has to be nighttime. I forgot. If a sailboat capsizes, can they fix it, or is it just broken? No, they can fix it. As long as you can recover it. Yeah, what Juno just said. I think if I warp there, it will actually progress time, so I'm going to try and sail there in time. With double speed, it might just be possible. Is fixing wood easier if it's a wooden pole that breaks? Is it just useless? I would say you'd probably want to replace the pole, not fix it. But, Timmer, you should know sailing ships are now made of fiberglass and metal. So you wouldn't actually find wood like that on one unless it was stylized, you know. We've been through this. I hate boats. Yeah, I know. I'm just educating you, Timmer. No need to get mad. I know this because I let Juno says, I know this because I let a kayak sink in the bottom of the swimming pool when I was young. When I was young teenage Juno, it took me 5 minutes to lift it back out. Yeah, imagine an entire fiberglass sailing ship. I don't think warping progresses time. When you use a Song of Passing, I'm pretty sure time progresses to midnight. Well, it looks like I'm going to get there on time anyway. I don't want to take any chances right now. I'm going to educate you? On what, Timmer? What, do you educate me on cars? Go ahead. I don't know anything about cars. I would welcome some education. Well, I know little about it. I don't want to say I know nothing about it. Goblin women. That's what you're going to educate me on? I figured you'd know a lot about cars given your interest. What, in video games and writing? I know a little about cars through cultural osmosis, since I'm a Newfoundlander. Me as a gearhead? No, no, no. I'm more interested in software than hardware. Well, unless it's video game hardware. My interests are as they appear, Timmer. Video games and writing. You know what? I have a much greater interest in driving than I do cars. I think driving is very fun. I guess we learn something new every day. Yep, we do. Driving is fun and relaxing. Exactly what I think. I know a lot of people who it gives them great anxiety to drive, and they would prefer not to. It's getting to be where it's not relaxing with how others drive. That's right. Driving doesn't give me anxiety, other drivers do. Yeah. I certainly can't escape that. I'm sure you've noticed this, guys. But when you look at that face, you see sort of a smile, right? But then when you get closer, it turns into this... Oh. Devilish grin. Depending on where you're looking at it from. Like over here, you can see the grin. When you get closer, you see the grin. When you try to look at it and... no grin. It's cursed. Cursed as hell. Can you crash the game here? Maybe. I want to learn how to drive so bad. I hate that I don't know how. It's not that hard. Just gotta go to school for it. Jump, attack the face. Oh, you can crash the game by doing that? Jesus. It must be using an LOD fraction, like in Mario 64's Peach Painting. Eh. Sure. Nintendo tried being so clever with that face. I like it! I think it works! Yes, it's a good face. So that's Ghost Ship. I don't think I sometimes I get a check and I don't remember what I just got just a second ago. I didn't get anything good just then, did I? Also, Southern Fairy Island is our next destination. Florida is known for having the worst drivers in the country, says Timmer. Don't learn there. I'm gonna use this sailing as an excuse to read chat for a bit, so I'm not gonna warp. What is an LOD fraction, T-Dog? It's probably has something to do with, well, it means level of detail, right? I don't know. I don't know what it means. Trying to help Sonia and get her out of the crystal so you're not paying attention. It fits in with the ghost ship. Yeah. It's a really nice detail, along with getting kicked out by laughter. And the fact that there's, like, spirits on the ceiling. Well, I live in Florida, and a majority of the bad drivers seem to come from out of state. It's probably perspective. People in Florida probably just drive differently. And people from out of town drive unexpectedly, though I will say there is a correct way to drive, and if people in your area are not doing it, then they're not driving correctly. LD fraction I'm referring to is one of the options you can use in the N64's shader settings. So if you set them to something different, it'll change based on your proximity or whatever. Whatever. I don't live in the US, but I heard New Jersey drivers drive in a particular way. I don't live in the US either. And where I come from, the drivers are pretty bad. Oh, it's the same thing that does the low level of detail models. Okay, I was guessing it was something like that. I had a talk with Woofle last week, and she told me the drivers there are bad, says Timmer. They are awful. They don't use turn signals. They run stop signs. They speed. Everything you can think of. Juno is Scottish. Or at least lives in Scotland. Because that doesn't... Yeah. But hey, that's interesting to know that there's a bit of a diverse group here, huh? We got some people from the US, got people from Europe, got people from Canada. Yes, Scottish. Okay. Hey, I wasn't gonna assume. I wasn't gonna assume. I was driving to work one day, and this guy was constantly slowing down in front of me, so I pissed him off, and I was about to turn, so I used my single, turn into the lane, and they suddenly, let me guess, swerve into your lane. That's super aggressive driving. They slow down and turn into that lane too, like they're trying to brake check me, and I thought, okay, they're just turning too, and then he floored it and turned back into the normal driving lane. Okay, yeah, the guy, like, obviously didn't like how you looked or something and decided to fuck with you. Interesting. Links to Uganda, says Juno. I'm pretty sure I have links to Scotland. Ooh, okay, okay. Okay. All right. I believe that's go mode, everybody. We are indeed in go mode. Because you were using a hammer on the wood. It's because I was thinking, I don't have bombs. How am I going to get through this gate? And use the hammer. Is that, like, what you need to beat the game? I have everything I need to beat the game, but that was the last thing I needed in order to access Hyrule. And Hyrule is where we go to beat the game. Timur has abandoned me in the crystal. Damn. Chat wants a mail sorting stream? I guarantee you they don't. Make a poll, T-Dog? Okay, fine. I'll make a poll. Give me a second. Yeah, I recently got the last sword upgrade. I'm gonna rescue the goddess out of the crystal, and she's gonna reward me with Taco Bell. Quality poll. Mail sorting minigame, yes or no? Simple enough. It's mostly yes. Shit. Alright. I said no. It looks like 75% says yes. 25% says no. So we're gonna leave Hyrule, and we're gonna go do the mail sorting minigame. One time, I'm not gonna win. Unless that's what you mean. Do you want me to win the mail sorting minigame? The Curiosity Shop guy messaged me on WhatsApp, and he says he'll give me 50 rupees for the crystal. Dude, you're gonna get scammed if you do that. Princess crystals are worth way more than 50 rupees. No, if we're doing mail sorting, it has to be now. Hey, you voted for this. This is what you voted for. But changing what you vote for after you vote for it. I was thinking it would be after the credits. Honestly, when the credits roll, that's it. That's over. I'm not coming back to this save file. Why? Because you're ready to end stream? Well, I'm not necessarily ready to end stream. But, you know, usually with a randomizer, you do everything you want to do, and then you go beat the game. You don't come back and, like, engage with it anymore. I don't know. It just seems most appropriate to do the ending of the game at the end of the stream. It might, or near the end of the stream, or near the end of the segment anyway. If I have enough time to play another game, I might. I wish they let you play the minigame during the credits because of how long they are. Also, I want a mod that changes the ending song to Ocean Man. That would be appropriate. I didn't know randos had strict rules. They don't. That's my rule. All right? When it's on my stream, we're following my arbitrary and, you know, don't really matter rules. Yeah. T-Dog, can you open the airlock? I need to pee. I don't need any more frozen piss on the outside of the space station, okay? Shit! This is the content. This is what you wanted. T-Dog, I'm so tired of the crystal. Can you postpone saving Hyrule for whatever and come save me instead? I don't know. I think Timmer's got it. Eventually he'll get it. I love it. I got 20. Alright, I'm not getting 25. There's no way. Now I'm leaving. But the crystal is so boring. And I'm becoming old. Well, at least you can watch the Boneyard Station. At least there's that. Maybe that is a fate worse than death, stuck in a crystal. Watching the Boneyard Station streams only. Like, you get put in crystal prison, and they're like, you can watch one thing. And you say, I want to watch Markiplier. And they're like, no, you have to watch the Boneyard Station. I don't think there's any need to check any of the chests in Ganon's tower. We already have what we need, so sure. Me too, Maria. I also disliked the... or didn't find it very interesting. In fact, it frustrates me, mostly. Yes, the suck message passed, Temur. I just wasn't gonna read that out loud. Okay, welcome to Hyrule, for real this time. Okay, so basically, you need the pieces of the Triforce to get this far. And then if we go all the way down here... To get past this barrier, you need the Master Sword, which we have as well. And then later, there will be a moment where we absolutely need the hookshot, which is also coming right up. The statue, OMG. Yeah, I like it too. I might go back and look at it again, actually. Sploosh Kaboom is the most infamous. I hate it with a passion. Also known as Battle Squid. There's actually a solver online for that game. Where it sort of solves it for you or tries to, with better accuracy than guessing. Oh my god. It's a goose man. It's an anthropomorphic goose warrior. And he's holding a key. Incredible. Oh my god! Wait, I gotta read what Juno just said. I used to have a Princess Crystal as a kid, and I would pour life force on it and suck the life force back out. And it was radiating energy all the time. I would throw it at the wall and it made a big dent. That's my goose Sona, anthropomorphic. Why you say, Timur, around here we don't balk at furries. They are a normal fact of life. I'm playing as a goose, for God's sake. The work it must have taken to make that statue. It was a privilege. Probably. By the person who made it. To the person who made it. Who's that dude who made the statue of the thinking man and the guy with the frisbee? Actually, don't know. There's actually, you can get out of bounds here. I wonder if it would be too disruptive to try it out. So I was just fed up with this guy. Let me see if I can do it. Okay, I know this is possible. Don't ignore me. Rude. Okay, now I'm sure there's a way to get up on one of these pillars. Oh, I'm not even looking at Juno continuing the joke. Damn. Ah. Oh well, okay, it doesn't look like it's that easy. But you can get out of bounds here by climbing up on one of these things and then using the leaf to fly over there. Like over here. Oh, wait, I could just do it. No, no, I can't. Invisible wall. Yeah, so they thought of it. You need to actually get up onto the hookshot spot. It's a bit, Timmer. It's a bit. It's based on a copy pasta. It's based on a copy pasta. Also, I don't think it was a Webkinz plushie. I think it was a Hannah Montana boot-shaped pillow. That's somehow worse? Yeah, because it's so specific. Like, you did what to that Hannah Montana boot-shaped pillow? I think I selected the skip boss rush option for this part. I never heard of a copy pasta. Oh, that's just something people copy paste on the internet to be funny. Look it up, Timmer. Look up milk pillow. You'll find it. Yep, looks like I have skip boss rush enabled. It's not that bad. You don't actually see the milk going in, alright? It's just a picture of a pillow and some text. Easy. You should bring Timmer on voice chat so you can hear how much he's yelling. I think he's hamming it up. Phantom Ganon is hot, says Juno. Alright, now we need to discuss this from a detached academic perspective. I think his proportions are off. His arms and legs are too stubby. If he had long legs and long arms and a bigger head, then he would have, like, the perfect body type. Actually, Phantom Ganon is not my type. Sorry. Is Dark Link your type? Closer. Getting closer. I don't like where chat is going. We're just talking about tastes, Timmer. Him too, just for good measure. Timmer, don't you start with the skeleton lich bullshit. Just in case. Just in case. Phantom Ganon would be perfect if none of his limbs were just bones. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. He needs to have a little more beef on his arms. I do actually have to go kill this moblin. Ah! Oh, they were keeping Sonia at the Coney Island Disco Palace? Because one of his arms and legs are skeletal. Look, I know people who... that's a plus. That's like part of the fun. Like, ah, skeleton, this is exciting. Not me, though. Now, Puppet Ganon? Woo, mama! I'm kidding. I need to use this. Timmer says, what is that? That's Puppet Ganon. Fuzzy Worm Ganon, exactly. A unique boss fight, if ever there was one. And they're using, like, string instruments to make the sound effects for the wires. Also, Link doesn't have a reflection. Why is he white? If I had to guess, some sort of randomized palette. Oh, wait, no, it's the old man! It's the old man from Goose Game, that's why he's white. Look, he's got the hat. And the nose. Puppet old man. Exactly. I'm gonna get closer. I don't even know who the old man is, but I see it. Yep, it's definitely modded. I thought it was the randomizer at first. Oh, damn it. What? I didn't know you could shoot the arrows that fast. Oh, it's because it hit sooner. You can't shoot another one until the first one hits. I get it. It's like Centipede. You know, the arcade game Centipede. Surely my audience will know the arcade game Centipede. I had that on an Atari Classic Games disc. Okay, that's phase 1. Camera says check the Discord. Oh, listen to the cursed music. Oh, that's just the old man. Okay. I'll be real with you, Maria. I was planning on doing Twilight Princess randomized next. I've always really liked randomizers, and streaming them has actually been more fun than half the other games I've ever streamed. So more than half. So I'm gonna consider doing that immediately afterwards. If I don't just do another Wind Waker run. Oh shit, I went the wrong way. Of course, I still owe Dragon Cake a Blacklist stream. Want to do Splinter Cell Blacklist? Do you want to do one together? An archipelago, you mean? Honestly, I think I'd be more comfortable doing Wind Waker. I don't know Twilight Princess's randomizer as well. And you need to play a game that's not Sly Cooper, where you're getting checks every 5 seconds. You need to be playing a game where you get checks at around the same rate I get checks. Otherwise, it just feels kind of off. Like I'm not contributing as much to the randomizer, you know? Fair enough, yeah. I can help you with TP. Yeah. I'm sure that there are some... whatchamacallit... idiosyncrasies with the randomizer that even a veteran player of Twilight Princess wouldn't fully appreciate. And I've watched a few Twilight Princess randomizer streams, so I'm somewhat prepared. But watching and doing are two completely different things. And the person I watch does speedrun tricks, too. Yeah, scout out a few. Maybe we'll do an archipelago with another Wind Waker rando. I was referring to myself as the veteran who might not fully comprehend the randomizer. Because that's one of my childhood games along with Wind Waker. I even had the Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition with Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time on it. I guess that's where I first played those games. Okay, what the hell am I supposed to do with this guy? This was always my least favorite part of the fights here. Game seems to think I need health more than magic. Well, at least he's not encircling me anymore. He doesn't seem what to do now. Or he doesn't seem to know what to do now. Except go faster, I guess. Oh, lucky shot! Yep, I got Collector's Edition too, but I first played Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask on N64. Me too, because my aunt had it on N64, and I used to play it at her house. So she had that. And then we got the Collector's Edition for home. Even though, not for resale. That says that right on the box. Okay, I saved Sonia. Oh, Sonia is free! Yes! Climb with your psychic hands, Goose. Goose pole dancer, hurry up and climb faster. I should probably go fill up on stuff, actually. Great. Would Pokemon Red have too frequent of checks, do you think? Oh, geez, where do the randomized items show up? Like, with Pokemon? I would say, if anything, do another Zelda game. Dark Souls would be a good one. No way, Lamau, yeah. I know you wouldn't do Dark Souls. If I did Zelda, it would need to be Ocarina of Time. Did you ever try brute forcing Ganondorf in Wind Waker? You mean just decreasing his HP? I don't think so. I always do the special thing. That has, because it's the Zelda I know the most. Right. Well, let's think on it a little more, because you don't necessarily need to do Zelda. It just needs to be not as, wow. No, I've completely lost my train of thought. That's not the help I expected. Well, I'll use this bow to cover you. I kind of want to do Zelda now that you suggested it. Okay, great. I would suggest you play a randomizer of Ocarina of Time to prepare. Why are you looking at me like that? My head feels a little heavy anyway. Honk and attack him the best you can. She's wearing a goose. Okay. This is an untitled message. You cannot escape from death. Die forever. No geese allowed. And Ganondorf is... There's birds? Why are there birds? I love the old man model. He looks so buff. A Link to the Past, I think that would have a decent check pace. If you wanted to do that. Well, there's still plenty of time to decide. When are we gonna do the thing? Make the old man fall on his bum, the quest. Zelda just killed me. You cut down your own anti-goose sign? I need to do this. No, Maria. After Ganondorf gets hit the first time, he dodges all the light arrows until Zelda says, "Link, I'll target you," and then you have to let her target you and reflect the arrows. That hasn't happened yet. She's supposed to have dialogue. I'm just waiting for that to happen. She's supposed to say, "Link, use your mirror shield." Yes, she already did it. She hit him once. Oh, he didn't dodge that time. She'll say it after getting up. Okay, finally procced. The Goose reaction. Goose live reaction. Yeah, laugh it up all you want, man. What's that? Get up, Zelda. Oh, he'll dodge if she hits him from the front. I get it. I'm about to die. Yeah, I'm trying not to attack him, so I'll survive. Doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Alright, well, at least I unlocked the pot. So we can get back up here quickly. Relatively quickly. Pouring one out for T-Dog. Just let me focus, and I will be able to beat him, no problem. The music here is great. At least we could appreciate that again. Too bad it's not Ganondorf himself playing it this time. I wonder if it'll give me another free heart container. And Maria, I know my gameplay might have given the impression that I don't know how to beat the final boss of this game, but I do, so don't worry. Not even that hard. I just need to not get hit. Could have fooled me. It was old man, alright. I was distracted by old man. Blue screen something in there. Wait, there was a fish statue over there for just a microsecond. Also, who thought this fight needed a million birds? There's another free heart container. I think this old man should go to jail. He punches children. Why not give him 2 signs, though? I guess it was a programming issue or something. Yeah, he's wise to it. Well, it's easy for me to tell when I'm using the shield, because I got my finger on the button. He's even blocking my parries. Use your wings, don't you get it? See? That's how it's done. You say that most of the time you take damage. Well, first of all, his kick attack doesn't get blocked by my shield. And second of all, I just won, so who cares? Goose's peace was never an option. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. The Goose propaganda sign, the positive Goose propaganda sign. Even the sign on in his hand turns to stone. Oh. That's a way different Goose model. Oh, hell yeah. He's swag. He's wearing sunglasses. I have lived regretting the past, and I've faced those regrets. This is the same speech. It's the same speech. I have lived bound to Hyrule. In that sense, I was the same as that grumpy old man. And not only because he also has a white hair and white beard. That's not the same. But you. I want you to live for the future. There may be nothing left for you, but despite that, you must look forward to walk or fly. And walk or fly a path of hope, trusting that it will sustain you when the darkness comes. There's a bunch of hearts floating above his head. Farewell. This is the only world that your ancestors were able to leave you. Please forgive us. Hey, wait a minute. The song has been replaced by someone else's arrangement, and it's going through like a medley of Zelda songs. That's nice. That land will not be Hyrule. It will be your land. He's a big fish ball. The fish statue. The song sounds the same to me. I think it's the same song, but they did an arrangement of it, like the title screen. It sounded different, but I might be wrong. Thank you for playing The Legend of Goose, the Honk Waker. This is a mod made by Big Sharts. Fuck you. You keep being awesome, asshole. Looks like it skips the credits. Okay. Well, we're done with that. Whew. That's a really good mod. Next time I do a Wind Waker randomizer, I might want to check out one of his other mods. If he's got another Wind Waker one that's not the Pokemon XD one, because as cool as that is, I never played Pokemon XD. And I never watched anyone play it either. Unlike the Untitled Goose game, which I sat down next to Woofle and watched her play it. The music just kind of transforms into a remix of Hyrule Castle's theme. I thought it was the same person who arranged this song you're hearing right now. Yeah, I know, that's what medley means. It's like a Zelda medley, right? But not really, because it's only two different songs. Never mind. I'm done making a fool of myself.
This is but one of the many strange legends of which the people speak. Long ago, there existed a kingdom where a golden power lay hidden.
Okay, now what? I got extra time. Big Sharks has another funny mod that has you play as a barrel. In a barrel. Though I think it's still in development. Ah, yes, the timeline where Link gets catapulted out of that catapult and never makes it out of the barrel. He's just in the barrel the whole time. That's good. That's really good. I guess I'll end the stream here. It's close enough to the end of when I usually stop streaming. It's been 3 hours. I think that's enough time. I don't know what I'm going to stream tomorrow, though. That's the thing. I know people weren't very excited for the Metro playthrough, so I kind of dropped that. No one was really watching that one. And I gotta wait for Dragon Cake to be around to do Blacklist. Splinter Cell Blacklist. I suppose I could just launch straight into Twilight Princess Randomizer tomorrow. I think that's what I want to do, but maybe I'll I might do a poll in the Discord or a call for stream ideas. But tentatively, tomorrow, Twilight Princess Randomizer. Be there, be square. I'll see if I can find a funny 3D model, for Link. And if I don't find anything good, I might just play as Linkle just for so it's different. But I'll try to find something funny. More along the lines of Goose Waker. Oh, now I'm gonna get off the stream and relax by playing some Death Stranding. Because I've been replaying Death Stranding. I have to change this. To be continued, yes. All right, chat. Thanks for joining me, and I can't believe it took me 4 streams. 4 streams. I was gonna say 4 episodes, but yeah, 4 streams to do this. Insane. Oh well. I just need to configure the settings better next time, so it can be like a 1 or 2 stream affair instead of 4. God damn it. If I hadn't gone to the Winds Temple, man, I would have done it last stream. I would have beat it. Whatever. I still had fun, even though I died to Ganondorf. All right, bye-bye. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Don't get food poisoning. Make sure to cook your meat. All right, bye.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.